Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Susan. It's lovely to have you with me today. I'm going to be making some lasagna. I normally do some for my mum and some for myself, and with the weather being so inclement at the moment, it's just nice to have some warm food in, isn't it? And you can serve it with a salad, of course, or by itself, or with some garlic bread. And it's also good to make if you've got company or just by yourself. Just split your portions up. So I hope you'll enjoy this. I make lasagna ever such a lot, and I find it just so easy and quick, and it doesn't have to cost a fortune either. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's crack on. I'll tell you what the ingredients are. So I use avocado oil. I really like that, and I get that from Amazon. Onion from Marks and Spencer's. Cheese from Marks and Spencer's for the cheese sauce. If you haven't seen me make cheese sauce before, it's also on my fish pie recipe if you go back to that video. We have mushrooms. So these were about £1, I think very reasonable from M&S, and they're nice and clean and they're not soggy like you normally would get from other lesser supermarkets, and you know the ones I mean. And then I've gone for this packet of mince now because it's a little bit cheaper. So if you get the 12% fat, this is I think £6.25. So I think mince has got quite expensive, so that's the one I'm using. I got a family bolognese sauce. It's quite a big one, and it was £2.70. I did it with a plain sauce the other day. There's plain tomato, and that was okay as well. If you see I've got paint on my hands, yes, I have been painting in the kitchen. I thought it's about time I did some more painting. I've got milk from the fridge. That's another thing to tell you actually. My son's crazy on Cravendale. I never buy it because it doesn't make a very good sauce. I like full fat or semi-skimmed, so this is semi-skimmed. Then I told you the other day, I usually get bits and bobs from Home Bargains. So corn flour from Home Bargains, that's to thicken our white sauce up, our cheese sauce. And then these lasagna strips are as well, I think, Home Bargains. They are quite reasonable. Or does that say Sainsbury's? Susan, that says Sainsbury's. So Sainsbury's for the lasagna. So it's all there. Let's get cracking. So the first thing we're going to do is to chop the onion and start frying that off. Then I'm going to peel the mushrooms, add those to the onions, and I do put a secret ingredient in, so I'll show you that. I'll get started. You don't really need to see me chop onions, do you? So we've got the onions going nicely, and then I'm going to show you what I put in to just give it a bit more flavour. I tend to add some caramelized onion. I like that because I think it just brings out the flavour a lot more. So that's my secret ingredient. and that'll go into the onions to coat them, and then I'll put the mushrooms in. I don't really want the mushrooms to be in for that long because obviously they're going to cook in the oven with when it's in the pot with the main meal, you know, the lasagna. It smells absolutely stunning now.
Ecco il mio cuore, I'm giving you all my love. Sempre sarai tu il mio amore, my darling, my angel, my dove. If ever you would leave me, I think I would lay down and die. Oh, ecco il mio cuore, now tell me your heart is mine.
A little bit of boiling water. I've put the mushrooms to one side with the onions. They're okay now, they're ready to go. And I'm just getting the mince to brown off. So for some reason I can't find my cheese grater, so I'm just going to chop the cheese up. That'll be fine. Just keep an eye on the mince. So obviously we're trying to just get it all brown. No pink bits left. That's coming along. The next stage will be to make the white sauce. I'll get my pan ready for that. So the mince is looking good. What I generally do is put salt in, and I don't know why, it might be a bit random, but then I put salt in and then I put a bit of sugar in because I don't like the taste of the mince, and it's something my mum always did, and it does sweeten it up and I think gives it a really nice flavour. I don't know if the salt is counteracted by the sugar, but that's what I do. So a bit of salt and then a tiny bit of sugar, and for me this is makes all the difference. So not much, just something like that. In fact, not even that much, about half of that. So just mix that all in, and then we are going to put the sauce in. So as you can see, that's all brown now. There's no pink meat. I'm just going to add the sauce. How many of you just add a bit of milk to get the sauce out of the jar, to get all the bits out? So again, this is standard. A little bit of milk just to clear the jar out and get those last bits. There, all in. I'm just going to stir that round now. The worst thing on these videos is seeing my double chin. So I'm going to have to put a sticker over it. This is looking very good. Another thing I put in some chia seeds because they're really good for you, and it's something my mum wouldn't normally have. So I put some of these in. Apologies for the painting nails. Not too many, so it's obvious that there's something in, because I don't want it to not have it. I think they're good. Are they good for gut health? I know they are good for you. And I normally add to soups as well, the chia seeds. You can't see it in the mince so much. Sometimes I add pearl barley as well, but I generally do that. And the other thing I add, so there's more nutrients and it's more of a meal. My grandchildren love to find out what the extras are in the meal, because there's always the random surprises. So what I do is I'm just going to add some frozen veg, and that sort of fills out the meal as well. So I know it's a bit random, but that's what I do. You could just put the frozen veg in the bottom of your dishes if you prefer to do it like that. What's your favourite cozy comfort food? I think moussaka for me is my favourite. But aubergines have got really expensive. So I'll just leave that to cook along. So I'm going to leave that a few minutes. You can see we've got the veg in here, and it's looking nice and chunky as well. It's not watery at all. Nothing's watery. It's all really great. I'm not going to put the mushrooms in and the onions because essentially my pan's not big enough. It'll all mush together when I put it in the bowl. So I always tend to do starting and ending with a layer of meat, because that's one recipe for moussaka that I've followed all my life, and it always says starting and ending with a layer of meat, so that's what I always do, and I think that's what you need in the bowl. So I'm very quickly going to do the cheese sauce. I've got the marge melting in here. I'll get the corn flour ready. This is simmering away. And it's all stations go now because the marge is melted. So that's looking good. Just add a load of corn flour into there. Quickly mix it into the marge. Can you see? Just going to get all the corn flour into the marge, press it down to a paste, add the milk slowly so we don't get any lumps. Have to work quite hard with this at first. I'm just smashing down the lumps. I'm just going to keep adding milk. That's looking good. Don't want to add too much milk, otherwise it'll not go thick. There's no lumps or anything in there, that's fine. I don't tend to add the cheese until it's nearly ready. So I might just pause you here while we just wait for the sauce to thicken. So I'm going to have this for my tea tonight, and I'm looking forward to it actually. The oven's on. So I put the oven about 180. Can you see it's thickening up now? That's thickening now. So just going to quickly add the cheese. Get that in melted.
Ecco il mio cuore, I'm giving you all my love. Sempre sarai tu il mio amore, my darling, my angel, my dove. If ever you would leave me, I think I would lay down and die. Oh, ecco il mio cuore. Now tell me your heart is mine. Secondi, minuti ed ore, days without you feel like years. Se tu mi lasci, amore, I die in a river of tears. I wish I had more to offer. You know I'd give you the stars up above. Oh, ecco il mio cuore, angelo mio, my dove. I give you my heart and my love.
So after that lovely musical interlude, we're going to carry on. It depends how deep your dish is, but you're going to keep alternating basically with your mince, your lasagna, and then your white sauce, your cheese sauce. So just keep adding and building it up. Obviously you're going to save some cheese sauce to the end because that is the most favourite part of the whole dish. So just do what you can do to keep layering it and making it look even. And let's put the cheese sauce on the top now. I'm excited for this. I must say it tasted absolutely phenomenal. I could eat this right now. So I hope you're going to enjoy making it with me. Let me know how you get on, won't you? So I'm editing this video right now in Whitby. I hope you'll join me for that next trip in the motorhome. I've had a phenomenal weekend. The weather's been beautiful. My dogs have enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. We've done some shopping. We've done some sightseeing. We've been to new places and I've thoroughly loved it. And I could eat this lasagna right now, no word of a lie. But I'm not sure what I'll be eating, but I'm sure it'll be gorgeous. So here's the cheese sauce going on. Obviously, adding cheese on the top is the pièce de résistance, so don't forget to leave some for the top. And then it's going in the oven at 180 degrees, probably about 30 to 45 minutes, and you're going to see what it looks like at the end. What do you think? Have you enjoyed this video? Please give me a like, subscribe, comments. I love to hear from you. It really makes my day. And please stick with me because I'm learning as I go along and hopefully improving along the way. But it leaves me just to say thank you so much for watching. Wait for the end and give me a like. So that looks absolutely amazing. I hope you will agree. All it leaves me to say now is thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to put you a little clip at the end. I've been growing lilies from the bulb and they are Marks and Spencer's as well, and they are absolutely fantastic. I cut them the other day. They were over 4 foot long. I gave my mum some and I've kept some and they smell sensational. So I just thought as an extra little feature you might like to see those. But in the meantime, I'll see you very soon. Bon appetit and thank you so much again. See you soon. Bye.